New York Mets shining. They're in first place in the division. And we are pleased to be joined by their slugger, Pete Alonso, who joins us on behalf of T-Mobile. Pete, I grew up about 20 minutes north of what used to be Shea Stadium, crossed the Whitestone Bridge, and was a huge Mets fan as a kid. So a real pleasure to chat with you today.
No, thank you. It's great to be on.
Okay, let's talk about the team before we get into your individual excellence and what's coming up early next week at Home Run Derby. It's such a strange turnaround from a distance, coming off the sprint of the 60-game regular season last year, no fans and all of the COVID protocols. How has this season gone with a return to normalcy for your expectations, both for yourself and the club, because the Mets are playing at a very high level?
No, we are, and it's so exciting. It's so fun. It's so fun to be a Met right now. I mean, we have a lot of great momentum going into the break. We have a really big series this weekend. We got 4 games, and we really want to kind of establish our first place spot and really kind of extend our lead and give us some really good momentum going into the second half. And personally, I'm really excited because, I don't even think we've really fully scratched the surface or tapped into our full potential as a team. And I think that every single day we just keep getting better and better. And it's so fun to be a part of. And every single one of those guys in those locker rooms, like just being with those guys every single day, it's so fun. It's a fun time, and it's really sick to be a Met right now. So fun to be a Met right now.
Sick in a good way, right? I'm old. You got to clarify, Pete.
No, sick in a great way.
Okay, so not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Is the old reference. Pete Alonso of the New York Mets is joining us here on CBS Sports Radio. Pete, I know it's not easy to talk about yourself, and everything is highlighted in New York City, but you had such a magical rookie year, and the city was backing you. You finished with 53 home runs. Could you appreciate what was happening, or you're a rookie, you're playing 162, and everything moves so quickly in the bigs?
Yeah, absolutely. I was able to appreciate everything because, from then to even 2020 and now, I'm very thankful for every single day I have because, I worked so incredibly hard my entire life to live out my dream, and every single day I get to live that reality, and it's awesome being able to enjoy the fruits of my labor, personally, and then also as a team. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming for the Mets, and now we're at the top of the division, and we're hungry and we're looking to do some damage, not just in the division and come out on top and go to the postseason, but we want to win the damn thing. And it's personally and collectively as a team, this is a really special year, really, really special year.
And it helps to have an ace like Jacob deGrom, and he's healthy. And I fully support and understand his decision not to be a part of the All-Star game because this is time well spent with the family. When you're in the field and he's on the mound and you're doing your job, but does he ever come up with pitches that amaze you as they're happening?
Well, it's not necessarily it's not necessarily individual pitches. It's the whole collective performance that he puts in every single day. Because he's so electric with his stuff, and to be able to put it together with location, tenacity, and pinpoint accuracy, collectively through an entire start, that's the impressive start. Because there's guys with electric stuff in the big leagues, but it's really difficult to put together starts and get a win or pitch really well. And it's even more difficult to do it consistently. And the fact that he's able to do it consistently at the level he's been doing it, that's the most impressive thing to me. So his consistency and his grit are I think his best attributes. Yes, he has unbelievable electric stuff, but it's his tenacity, how he approaches each start, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable watching him work.
I'm Brian Weber in for Jim Rome, getting you set for Home Run Derby. At the All-Star game coming up Monday in Denver with the reigning champ, Pete Alonso of the Mets, joining us on behalf of T-Mobile. Let's get into what feels like conventional wisdom, but the numbers don't support it. You've heard this. If a player does well at Home Run Derby, his swing falls apart mechanically in the second half of the year. Well, you maintained your momentum. Did you feel any negatives coming away from hitting all those home runs and winning the championship in 2019?
No, actually, I didn't really feel any sort of. I didn't see any sort of negative. I mean, my swing felt fine. I think honestly, it's. I mean, baseball is like a very interesting game because people are superstitious and there's always some sort of. Because baseball is a game of failure, I think that people always look for reasons when it's just the timing. Like, I think there's ebbs and flows throughout the season, and I think sometimes people want something to blame where it's like, listen, it's baseball. Like, there's certain points where it's difficult, and then there's certain points where the ball looks like a beach ball, you know? And I think that in the past, like, I think that whole, like, oh, the Derby's going to mess up a swing. Oh, I don't think that's it at all. I just think that there's ebbs and flows in a season, and I think that it's really I really think it just comes down to, like, if you think it's going to affect you, then it will. But if you're kind of mentally strong and you're just willing to just have fun and play the game every single day, I don't think it'll affect you. And I think having that second approach, the positive mental approach, it really helped me succeed and make history in 2019.
And part of that history involved using a painted bat, and now you're taking it next level coming up in Denver. I read you've got 8 colorful bats with messages written on them. Sounds very cool. Give us more context.
Yeah, so I got to pair up with this artist. He's an incredible artist. He's done incredible canvas work. He's such a creative mind. He's worked with a ton of different clothing companies, designer companies like Saint Laurent. But his name is Gregory Siff. So he grew up a huge Mets fan. Originally born and raised in Queens, and now he's out in LA, doing his thing in the art world, in the art space. And I just basically had a couple conversations with him. We got to know each other a little bit, and I gave him full creative freedom on creating these functional art pieces, in which is going to be my arsenal for the Derby. So I'm excited to show them off during BP and also during each round. So it's going to be super fun hitting with these things. I can't wait to put a display, not just a homers, but let people see the work that Gregory's done, the incredible work that Gregory's done.
Awesome. Sounds very cool. Finally, let's get to the commerce. You have teamed up with T-Mobile. They have some very intriguing things in the works for what's coming up in Denver. What are the details?
Yeah, so I'm going to be wearing a camera on my hat. So fans are going to get a really unique 3D perspective, basically from my viewpoint. And it's going to be awesome because people are going to see balls flying all over the yard and over the fence from my point of view. And it's going to be really awesome to be able to provide that viewpoint and that perspective for fans and for anybody who just flips it on, because I just hope that this kind of helps grow the game, grow interest, and inspire people to participate in baseball. And I really hope that this people enjoy it, and I'm going to have a lot of fun doing it, and I hope that people really enjoy the content and have fun as well.
Pete, thanks so much for being generous with your time. I enjoyed the conversation. Let's go Mets, and best of luck in defending your Home Run Derby championship.
LFGM. Thank you. I appreciate having me on.
Thank you, Pete. That's Pete Alonso, who is a regular not only on this program, but across this great platform that is CBS Sports Radio. Let's get Pete to fill in. Now, not in place of your favorite fill-in host, but Pete's got a lot of personality. Pete could pull this off. Oh, I see new guy working. And because I respect Jim and I like working here, you're still new guy, according to the big guy, the Hall of Famer. Other people can say whatever they want. I'm hanging on by my fingernails, and I'm going with new guy. Mentioned T-Mobile, also working with MLB on the new MLB AR app. Download it before the Derby. You can see the field in 3D on your phone. You kids have it so good. Let's see. 1983, since we're talking Mets, I'll do my Tim Tuffle shuffle here. I was in a room memorizing statistics. That explains a lot, does it not? Pete, terrific personality, and good to see the Mets being relevant. I don't have the pom-poms on. I left New York a long time ago, never going back. But the sport has enough issues, i.e. not marketing their stars. How is Shohei Ohtani not the biggest story in all of sports this summer? We talk about Babe Ruth being a two-way player. Look up what he did in Boston. Marginal hitter at that point. That's why he was traded to the Yanks, and because the owner lost a ton of money on a failed Broadway show, No Nanette, from that book I read in 1983. But Babe Ruth was not doing this, and I know there was no DH. But Ohtani has come all the way back from the Tommy John procedure, cranking out home runs. Was he at 33 now? Had another jack the other day. Dazzling ERA. Because he plays for the Angels, he's in the Witness relocation program. Mike Trout is the Mickey Mantle of his generation. How many postseason series has he played in? 1. Ohtani should be a much bigger deal, but it speaks to how regionalized baseball has become. No longer the national appeal it used to have, and a failure on an organizational level. Forget about all the other things that baseball has to address, like the ball never being in play and all of these strikeouts. They're not doing their job. Market your stars. Ohtani mania should be running wild, brother.